All right, Ty, you're the host now and we're live.
Okay, you're the co-host right now. Okay.
Perfect.
Good morning,
Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shibashi. Glad
Mr.
you're.
Tai.
It's
This is
Ty.
me, but this in the icon. This is my grandson, Roman Martina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because my computer. Good morning.
Okay. Let me put up the slides, and we'll get to the housekeeping and get this show moving. Welcome to Shibashi, a therapeutic practice for your health. We're going to be doing 18 movements or exercises plus some warm ups. My name is Ty. I live in the U.S. in Central Florida near Orlando. I'm educated in biology and psychology and computer science. Eventually, I retired from my career as a healthcare IT consultant. That meant I traveled around to various hospitals and medical centers, teaching them how to use their computer systems more wisely, get more accurate data, faster data. Accurate data, I think, was the big deal. But I practice, and I have for quite some time, Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong. And in my retirement, I prepared so that I could share these modalities with other people. So that brings me here today. I'm here with you today at Get Set Up to guide you through your Tai Chi Shibashi practice for this morning. And the result, or at least the goal, is that we're both going to be a little healthier because of it. We're here with Get Set Up, where seniors come together to learn from each other. This is a movement practice, and it will help me if I can see you in the movement. So if you have your webcam on, that's greatly appreciated. But if you choose to leave it off, you're still welcome here. That's fine. And maybe in a future class, you'll get comfortable enough that then you'll turn the camera on. There is a recording being made today. Ken is our TA, and if you need any technical help, he's available in the chat box. But Ken has got the recording going, and so after class, all you have to do is email help, HELP at getsetup.io, and they'll set you up with a copy of the recording. Now, if the class filled up, and I didn't check the numbers to see, but if it filled up and you couldn't get in and you're here by live stream, or maybe you're here by live stream by choice, that's fantastic. Welcome to you. I'm glad you made it in that way. But in the future, you may want to participate by registering for the class and joining us interactively. Now, I may say things, I may mention products, but Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Anything I mention is just my personal opinion. The expectation that I have for you is that you spoke with your doctor. You told him that you wanted to do some Tai Chi or Tai Chi Shibashi, at which point the doctor said, huh? What's Shibashi? Which, no surprise there. It's not a common word, but the doctor's probably heard of Tai Chi. And I've yet to find a doctor that didn't say, please go take Tai Chi. It's good for everybody. But your doctor may have some guidance about what movements or exercises you should limit or do with a modification in the program. And you want to follow that advice religiously. You do not want to do something your doctor said don't do, because your doctor's much more wise about your health condition or your medication regimen than I am. So I can't advise you on how far or how long to go. So follow your doctor's advice, then turn to your own body. And while you're practicing, pay attention to what you're feeling. If you're feeling something like breathlessness or uncomfortable feeling or nausea or stiffness, those are all signs of your body telling you to back off. So if you feel anything like that, please stop. If you feel anything I didn't mention that says it's not wise to continue, please stop. You need to take care of yourself first, and then you can return to the practice when you're comfortable again. Third, you can pay attention to what I'm saying and doing and follow along. Now, Tai Chi Shibashi, an odd little word, Shibashi. It's a therapeutic movement sequence of 18 easy to do exercises. It's designed to be gentle. It's supposed to be mindful, and movements are done slowly and deliberately. We actually have a sequence we're going to do them in. So there is a little bit of a deliberate point to what we're doing. And each exercises add something to the whole sequence so that by the time we finish, we've moved everything in our body. All movement is coordinated with your breath. So don't hold your breath. Sometimes when we get so focused on exercise or movement, we hold our breath, but keep advising yourself not to do that. Keep breathing. It doesn't matter what pattern you breathe in any way that serves you in that specific exercise. I may share with you where I'm breathing, but that doesn't mean that's the correct way to do it. It's just telling you where I'm choosing to breathe. Shibashi has very little footwork. There's only, I think, 3 exercises where we step a foot forward, no big deal. So it's perfect for doing seated. So whether you want to come standing and do it the way I'm going to be doing it today, or go seated, or go back and forth, that's your choice. Do what serves you the best. This makes it suitable for all people, all ages, because you can change every exercise to fit your needs today. You can do fewer repetitions, or maybe you can reduce how far you turn or reach. So you get to adjust the exercise to meet your needs today. Our goal is to improve our immune system, getting it working a little better through gentle movement, taking in more oxygen, strengthen our bones, definitely strengthen our muscles, tendons, and ligaments, improve our balance. Gentle movement, especially with good posture, improves balance. Just the movement alone and moving all our joints will help us with flexibility. You're going to find that it helps you with reaction times. The mindfulness that we practice in Shibashi, and that kind of comes over time, helps you deal with stress better. We also have benefits such as some people experience reduced blood pressure. But overall, everybody will experience more cleansing toxins from the body because gentle movement in itself helps the body remove toxins. Little history. Tai Chi is thousands of years old. Shibashi is about 50 or 60 years old. There was a professor in China, a guru in art. Actually, I'm using the wrong terminology. A master or a Sufi in Tai Chi and Qigong, and he decided he wanted to create something therapeutic based on Qigong and the best parts of Tai Chi and Qigong that was simple, easy, and fun to do. And he created Shibashi. It's grown so popular that there's millions and millions of people who do this practice every day around the world. You may actually live in a city where you've passed a park and seen a small group or a giant group of people practicing movement. Chances are they're doing Shibashi. Some basic principles is that the body moves together. The head and the torso moves together and your hands follow your eyes. We do actually break one of the Tai Chi rules, which is you don't turn your spine. In Shibashi, we actually do a little bit of spinal turning. See if you can inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. That's not a rule, that's advice. If you have allergies or an issue that you need to breathe totally through your mouth or totally through your nose, do so. But the advice is to breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth, if possible. Breathing is soft. It's continuous. Don't hold your breath. Allow your breath to sort of flow, and the movement will follow your breath. Allow your breath to give you the rhythm and let the physical movements follow it. Now here, this is an interesting one. Practice with a happy state of mind. That means smile. You only do exercise, all of us only do exercise if we enjoy it. So see if you can make this enjoyable. Smile with your eyes. If you've never thought about smiling with your eyes, start giving it some thought. If you've ever seen a loved one walking towards you, you were probably smiling with your eyes as you were looking at them. Maybe your lips too, but I bet you were smiling with your eyes too, because we tend to do that. So with that being said, let's do some Shibashi. As I said earlier, you can do it standing. You can do it in a chair. Or if you want, you can have a chair handy in case you want to touch it from time to time to help with support or balance. Or maybe you'll start standing and go seated. Do whatever suits you best. Wear comfortable clothing, something loose fitting, flat shoes or comfortable shoes. I wear tennis shoes for Shibashi, and have water available. Now, the practice is warm-ups and then the 18 movements. Once we get to the 18 movements, you don't have to do every movement as long as I do it. Let's say I do it 6 or 10 times. If you're wearing out, reduce how many repetitions you're doing it. Maybe do it 3 times or 5 times, because it's better to do each of the 18 fewer times and do all 18 than it is to push it in the first few and burn out and have to stop after the first 6 or 7 exercises. So if you're brand new to it, maybe back off and only do 3 or 4 repetitions today to see how it suits you. Maybe the next time you come in for Shibashi, you'll do more. But try not to wear out so that you can make it through all 18. I'm making some transitions, going to get some music going. Which is always the challenge. The music is always the challenge. Thumbs up if you can hear the music and my voice is louder than the music. Thumbs down if it's out of balance. Okay, with that being said, if the music is too loud, but you can still hear me above it, go to your local volume and turn it down. You have control of that volume as long as you can hear me above the music. I'm going to spotlight me so I'm front and center for you and for the recording. I'm going to switch to another camera, and then I'm going to come standing. Separate your feet, maybe shoulders width apart. Put your hands on your hips and turn your head left and right. Just a nice, slow, gentle turn. Inhale one way and exhale the other. After you've done a couple of those, pause and then turn and look up. Inhale and look down, exhale. Nice and gentle. Never do anything abrupt with your neck or fast. Take one ear down to your shoulder and then drop the head down and bring the other ear up to the shoulder. Just a little dip there. Now, if you have any weakness in the neck, don't do these movements or limit them. Protect your neck at all costs. We always protect our neck and our lower back in any movement practice. We're just kind of warming up those neck muscles. These are the warm-ups. Nice. If you want to do a complete circle with the head, that's fine. Now, arms out front, and just shake the arms and let those hands kind of whiplash at the wrist. And bounce in the knees a little bit, if you're comfortable with your knees that way. If you have any knee problems, just keep them straight. Throw those hands out to the side. I always consider this as like your hands are wet, you don't have a paper towel nearby, and so you're just shaking the water off. Yep, that's it. And by bouncing the knees, I mean really soft. Now, just throw those hands forward with the palms facing down. That's it. That's it. We're warming up the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders now. Get a little bit more into the shoulders, big circles. Breathe. You're going to find a breathing pattern that works for you. I tend to breathe as the arms go up and then exhale as they go down. That's kind of my pattern. It's not copyrighted. You're welcome to use it. Take the arms back the other way. Remember, you can slow it down. You don't have to go at this pace. Make the movement yours. Now, elbows back. Let those fists overlap a little. I'm just walking toward the camera to give you a better view. Don't really have to move the feet just because I'm walking back and forth to the camera. Now, flip those hands down with the elbows and shoulders involved. That's it. Like some sort of chicken movement, I think. Now, throw those hands out to the side. Let's see if I can get some dark behind me. There, throw the hands out to the side. I kind of blend, my skin color kind of blends into the wall. Bounce a ball on the side, that's it. Pushing the ball down to the floor. I need to get a suntan or darken the wall. Push up to the ceiling. Now, as though you're bouncing a ball in front of you, but then you're going to twist a little bit to the side, keep bouncing to the side, and then come back. I like this one. It's like you're just bouncing a ball as you twist lightly. That's it. That's it. Then just stay in the middle and bounce those balls. Like you got 2 tennis balls you're bouncing. Pretty good if we can do 2 at one time. I don't know that I could actually do that. Soft knees, bouncing. This will wear out your knees, so be very careful. We want to strengthen them by a little exercise, but you don't want to overdo it in any one class. Bring one foot forward and then use your hands to screw in a light bulb. You got 2 light bulbs going in. If you have a room where you've got 2 walls with light bulbs on it facing each other, now you're ready to change the light bulbs at the same time. Just take the other foot forward. Of course, they have to be exactly this distance. Stand straight, stand tall. Good posture and breathing. God, so much to remember. Wow. Now, one elbow down, the other elbow down. It's like you're tamping the elbow down and bring the alternate knee up. Now, you don't have to raise your leg like this. You can just lift the heel off the floor. You can lift a small lift, or you can do a big lift. Do what serves you. Now, instead of the elbows, let's clap the hands as we do this. Now start pushing that ankle forward, and clap the hands. Get a little ankle motion going there. Watch your balance. Hold on to a chair if you need to. If you're seated, do this too. Just stick that leg out. Now, take one foot behind the other and touch the toe to the floor. Back and forth. And then start swinging the arms. Doesn't matter which pattern you got, just swing the arms and breathe. Now, can you do the elbow pump while you do this one? If you can't, just keep swinging the arms. Can you clap while you do this one? Reach up and clap. Now, stand in the center, bouncing, raise the hands up, little bouncing motions as the hands create circles around. That's it. The hands bounce up. And let's march. Feet raising, or just raise the heels, or really bring those knees up. What are you up for? can be a slow march. It can be a fast march. Stand still. Put your right hand over your heart and just feel your heart beat. Notice how it's racing a little. Allow your breath to try to slow that heart down just a little as we rest. Just bring it down a little before we start our Shibashi. Yep, I'm feeling mine slow down a little. Slow breath will do that. Now, stand tall, feet hip width apart. Rotate the shoulder and the hands come up. I'm going to turn sideways. And then the hands come down. This is just called raising arms. The first exercise or first form is just called raising arms. You kind of stand tall as the hands come up, and then you sink in the knees as the hands come down. I inhale up, and I exhale down. You can go slower. Don't go faster, but you can go slower. Now we're going to open the chest. The hands come up and the hands go out. Opening that chest, pushing those shoulder blades back, and then the hands come forward and down. You can breathe in several ways here. One way is to lengthen your inhale by doing half the inhale up. Continue the inhale out. And then exhale. And exhale down. Or you can do 2 breaths. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale in and exhale down. What serves you? This is your opportunity to really open up that chest. If you're comfortable doing that, you can push those shoulders back. If that's too much for you, just go to where you're comfortable. The movement is more important than pushing further. Now our next movement is dancing with rainbows. Your hands come up, one hand goes out to the side, shoulder level with the palm up, and the other hand comes overhead and points in the same direction, and you push that thigh out. Then you reverse, pushing the other thigh out, or your hip, however you want to look at it. Inhale one direction is what I'm doing. You can look at the hand if you like, or you can face forward. Dancing with rainbows, or another name is drawing a rainbow. If you have shoulder issues, do it closer down. Do what you need to do. It's more important to move, far more important than how far you move or how high you move. We always work in our limit, and over time, we start noticing that limit gets a little further and further. That's what repetition does. The experience expands. I call that playing with our edge. Now bring the hands down, cross at the wrist, and come up. This is called separating clouds. Remember, I step forward to the camera a lot. That doesn't mean you have to step forward. I'll tell you when your foot actually comes forward. So separate the clouds. Inhale up, and then I exhale down. Sometimes a nice sigh as you exhale out the mouth is so relaxing. Inhale up. Notice how your shoulders get tight and tense as you're lifting. make sure you relax them on the way down. If you have shoulder issues, don't go that high. If you have shoulder issues, go to your edge or your limit. It may be here. That's fine. Just use your edge and stop there. Now repulse the monkey. Take one hand behind you, and you can follow that hand with your eyes, and it comes overhead, and then use that palm to push that monkey away. And then take the other hand behind you. It comes overhead, and then it repulses the monkey. I like to exhale as I'm pushing that monkey away. Move as flowingly as you can. That'll come more with practice as we do this particular set and you learn it. I really like this movement. Of course, I like them all. I can't say one is better than the other. Just some of them seem to be more enjoyable to do. Arms go down. Rotate at the shoulder, rowing a boat. Stand tall as the arms come up and then sink in the knees as it comes down. If you have shoulder issues, limit where you're taking the arms. Just do a more shallow row of the boat. I like to inhale up and exhale down. Good chance to take some big breaths. Remember, if you're not used to breathing this fully, you can get lightheaded. So be careful, guard yourself. Pause if you get lightheaded, sit down, or just totally stop. Now you're going to take one hand across the body with the palm up, and then you're going to turn the palm down and bring it back down. I'm turning it at an angle so you can see my hand against my dark shirt. So you can raise up, lift a heel if you want to, the opposite heel. That's an option. This is just called twisting and bouncing a ball. Real easy to be flowing with this one. That little hand motion is just a little bit of a flip. A little dipping in the knees and then coming back up. Next, we're going to gaze at the moon. Your hands start like you're holding a basketball, and then you're going to turn and lift and look up at that basketball and pretend it's the moon, and then come back down. This one, the feet stay flat on the floor. Don't lift any heels. Though you may dip in the knees a little, like dip right there and then come back up. I like to inhale as I lift and exhale as I lower. Keep stable on flat feet, lifting only with your knees. Inhale. If you can't twist that far, then go as far as you're comfortable. I mean, this is fine. This is fine, just to the side. I know some of you are going to be able to twist way back there. Just don't hurt yourself. Play with that edge. We'll expand it over time. We all have an edge of where we're comfortable going, no matter where that is. And it changes depending on which exercise you're doing. It also changes what day it is. Some days we're a little bit more flexible, more energetic than we are another day. Breathing all the time, breathing. Now we're going to turn waist and push palm. So take your palm and push to one side as you turn above the waist. The waist will twist a little bit. Just don't twist your knees while you're doing this. It's more about turning your back than it is twisting the legs. Push. That hand can come back and sit at your waist while the other hand is pushing. Find a breath pattern. I like to exhale as I'm pushing. So I inhale here. Push. Inhale and push. Inhale and push. Inhale and push. Again, you get that little twist in the hand if you want to. As you flip it over. Kind of a fun little panache or flair. You can really accent that exhale if you want to really blow it out. Good posture. Don't lean into this. Always good posture. Rarely in Tai Chi do we ever lean into anything unless you're doing Chin version of Tai Chi. And in the Chin school, you might be doing some leanings. Actually, in some of the Yang too. But most versions of Tai Chi, we don't lean. Now bring one hand across let's put your right hand across your chest. It may look like my left, but put your right hand across your chest and out front. Put your left hand at your belly button and then rotate to your right. Then you're going to switch hands. The left goes up and out, the right comes low and in, and you rotate to the left. Doesn't matter which way you're going, just whatever the upper hand is, rotate in that direction. That's probably better instructions. And then find a breathing pattern. Some people like that lower hand to face their belly. Some people like to let that lower hand face down. Just two different schools of Tai Chi. But the upper hand, the palm stays toward your throat or your eyes. Now, this is where we take 1 foot forward. Bring the hands together as you lean into that knee. Scoop across the wrist and come up, straightening that leg. So you go into the leg. Don't let the knee go too far, and then lift up. The knee shouldn't go further than the ankle, further forward than the ankle. And the head shouldn't dip further than the heart. Now, you can add a rocking motion with the feet. As you come forward, you can lift that back heel. And as you come up, you can lift that front toe, which creates a nice little rocking sensation if you've got the balance and stability for it. Inhale. It's an option. I find the rocking sensation is very relaxing. It can be very mindful. Now push the waves. You're going to keep the same foot forward, but you're going to push the palms forward. You can keep the rocking motion if you want to, and then the hands come back. Push and pull with the waves. The waves push you back. Push and pull. Push and pull. Let the water push you back. You push the wave away, and then just allow that wave to push you back. Little bend in the knee as you go forward. Straighten the leg as you come back. Now, we're going to continue with that foot forward, and we're going to open the arms. This is dove spreading its wings, and you fly. So inhale. This is a chance to really open up that heart center. We're doing that same motion on that front foot. If you want to rock on the feet, that's acceptable. Little bend in the front knee as you go forward, but not excessive. Nice straight back. Inhale and exhale. There's a balance issue. Have your chair handy so you can put one hand on the chair. Now, let's switch feet. Put the other foot forward, and we're going to scoop the C on this one. Cross at the wrist and come back up. Now convert to push the waves. Let that wave push you back and push. Again, I'm just moving around in odd ways to give you different perspectives or to get a better view. Sometimes I want to get closer to the screen. The feet actually just stay in the same place. Shibashi has very little footwork, at least this set does. Remember, the rocking of the feet is totally optional. Spread the arms, and dove spreads its wings. Now you can really push those shoulder blades back together if you want to, if you've got that capacity, or you can do a light spread the wings forward. You can just go this far. Over time, it will get further. As long as your doctor says it's okay, of course. Remember, rule number 1 is the doctor. I'm rule number 3. Now bring your feet back together, about shoulders width apart, soft knees, and bring your hands down to your waist and make a fist with the palms up. You're going to take one hand, turn it over and punch, and then turn it over and bring it back. Then you're going to take the other fist, turn it over and punch, turn it over and back. So we're going to go back and forth. It's a very soft punch. Don't go all the way out, but you do a little bit of wrist manipulation with each one. Rotate that wrist. Find a pattern of breathing that works for you. Some of you have some interesting twirls with that wrist. Pretty cool. Definitely a little more flair than I can get out of it. You can slow it down. You don't have to go this fast. Now stand tall. Hands are at your side, and we're going to bring the arms up, straight up as high as you're comfortable. If they can touch, bring them overhead. If not, bring them as high as they can, and then back down. This is called flying like a wild goose. Inhale up and exhale down. Maybe yours is, that's fine. If that's your edge. I have to be careful because I have a fan overhead and I really don't want to get my hands caught in it. Inhale up and exhale down. A goose has very wide wingspan. Just imagine trapping air under those big wings and lifting and pushing. Just a gentle glide. Now, we're going to lean forward in this one, go against straight posture. Your arms will dangle, and you're just going to rotate up, lifting the arms overhead if you're comfortable. If not, lifting to wherever you are, and back down. This is called spinning wheel. Doesn't matter which direction, we'll reverse it in a minute. Head never goes below heart. Let's go the other direction. Reverse it. Next time you're down, just reverse it. You get lightheaded, back off. Don't keep it up because we are dipping the head down. And if you accidentally get it below the heart, it could actually cause you to get lightheaded. Now, stand tall again. You're going to take one arm up, flip the hand over, and it's like you're bouncing a ball. And then the other one. Palm up, flip, down. And now you're going to raise the opposite leg with the hand, and the leg goes down while the hand finishes. Bouncing a ball while walking. I'm taking my hand a little towards center so you can see it better against my shirt. Now remember, the foot can be just raising the heel. You got the balance, you're welcome to raise it high or just go low. The slower you go, the better. Walking while bouncing a ball. Now, spread your legs a little wider than shoulder. You're going to cross the wrist and you're going to grab energy. You're grabbing a bunch of energy right now and lifting it from the earth and pushing it up, reversing the hands and pushing it down. Lift the energy from Mother Earth and push it back down. Energy is flowing between the universe and Mother Earth at all times. We're a conduit. We're right in the middle of that. We're gathering energy from both directions. This is an exercise in grabbing that energy and just pushing it along its way. You might even want to visualize that you're pushing that energy down your own spine. Now, stand tall with your feet hips width apart. Bring one hand palm down high at the chest level and one palm up as though you're holding a ball. I'm going to call this a chi ball or energy ball. And I'm just going to visualize, and I propose you do the same, that there's energy swirling between your hands. You don't have to believe in chi, that's not necessary. Just imagine that there's energy there and you're playing with it. You're rotating your hands a little bit, playing with that ball of energy. You know, there is air, there's electricity, there's magnetism there. You're playing with it. Even the air, you may feel that cool air running across your palms and the back of your hand. Now bring one hand to your heart. Bring the other hand over your heart. And just breathe for a moment. Nice slow breaths into your belly, into your abdomen. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Maybe you can will the heart to slow down and relax just a little bit with the breath. Allow that breath to direct the whole body to just slow down and relax a little. Relax your hands down and let's come seated. I'm overdue for some liquid. Maybe you are too. Okay. Did I? Yeah. Just a reminder of these principles. I think I've gone over some of them already. Try not to give up halfway. If you really need to stop, of course, stop. But try to schedule yourself and pace yourself in a way that you can make it through all 18 of the movements. Even if you do 2 of each movement, that's better than wearing out and burning out after the 3rd or 4th one because you did too much. Make whatever adjustments are necessary. There is no Shibashi police that are going to come around and say you're doing it wrong. But try to keep up the basis of the movement and the safety rules of trying to stand straight and tall, stay well balanced on your feet, have a chair handy if you need that extra balance. So honor the rules of safety. Actions should be relaxed in Tai Chi, in all Tai Chi, but especially Shibashi. You want to really relax into the movement, but you also want to try to keep moving continuously as much as possible with minimal total stops. Make sure you have a little space. You see, we don't need that much, but make sure you've got that much space each time you practice. If you're not a person who practices abdominal breathing, maybe it's time now to start paying attention to it. All it means is as you inhale, allow your breath to go down to your belly instead of your chest. The diaphragm that actually makes the lungs function is down there in your abdomen. So when you breathe into your belly, you're helping that diaphragm actually stretch further. And the further it stretches, the bigger the lungs get. So you actually expand the lungs more by breathing into the belly. That's why you get more air by breathing into the belly than the lungs. So it's something we have to relearn. It's something we did as infants and toddlers that we forgot about when we started breathing up in the upper chest. So try to start changing how you breathe and breathe into your abdomen, even if it's just during class. You don't have to breathe 24 hours a day this way, because I think most of us have been around too many years breathing the other way to totally give it up. But in class, maybe in your practice, see if you can start using abdominal breath. Remember, and this is an order, Shibashi is enjoyable. It should be enjoyable. If you don't enjoy it, you won't do it. But it's also therapeutic. It's designed to be a gentle therapeutic movement because the goal is to promote better health. Best done if you do it every day. And so we're not quite up to that speed yet with a class every day, but we might get there. But you can come back here and join me in practice as often as possible. And I'm going to mention the recording in a minute. And the recording is a great way to practice on your own. Thank you for joining me today. It was a good class. I really enjoyed it. I have new lighting today that's changing how I look, but I'm still, unfortunately, my pale skin still bleaches out with the wall. We're trying to get things better to where I can be seen better, but we're not quite there yet. We're still working on it. But thank you for joining me in this first class with the new lighting. Now, hopefully you're having some good experiences on Get Set Up. That's why you keep taking classes. So consider sharing some of those experiences on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I say that like I know what TikTok is. But if you don't want to share it yourself there, send your experience to Liz, L-I-Z at getsetup.io, and she'll write up your experience on the blog on the website for getsetup.io. Some other classes that are similar to this would be Qigong, slow flow yoga, and of course my classes in Tai Chi for beginners, Tai Chi Shibashi. Actually, Kundalini yoga is similar to this. It's therapeutic movements done in a chair or mat, designed from ancient technology just to help us be healthier. It's not hatha yoga like going to the gym and sweating to the oldies just to build muscle. It's literally about making our body function better. So if you're into that sort of thing, please come and try my Kundalini yoga. If you like Shibashi, you might like Kundalini yoga too. And then my totally alien class from all my other classes is Sit and Get Fit. Totally a class for doing a little bit of aerobic activity while seated. So if you come to Sit and Get Fit, the plan is to get you moving, get you breathing, so be ready for it, and make sure that your doctor's authorized it. I have a class later today at 6 o'clock. Now, Sunday evening is the one where I play music at 120 beats per minute. So it moves a little faster than Saturday morning's class. That class has music that runs at 100 beats per minute. But don't let that scare you. If you want to come to the faster class and go slower, feel free to do it. It's your class. Or if you want to come to Saturday morning and move faster than I'm proposing, go for it. Both classes are yours to design as you want them to, as you see fit to benefit you. I'm just going to give you some guidance on what moves we can do to stay moving. So come join me in either one. If you haven't signed up for Sit and Get Fit tonight, I think there's still openings for 6 p.m. Eastern time. I will send out some notes today. In those notes will be a cheat sheet listing all 18 of the Shibashi moves. I don't have it to where I have description of each one. Maybe that's something I'll add to the notes in the future, but it is a cheat sheet if you want to try to practice on your own and you can remember each movement. Don't worry if you get it wrong. Don't sweat it. It's better to be moving and not get it perfectly right than not be moving. Again, just do it safely. I'll include some links to a couple of classes at Get Set Up that might just pique your interest. I never know what they are until I do the checkout process, and then they give me a list to choose from. But I try to pick things that aren't well known to me and might be something new for you. But important is the give feedback button. So please, even if you don't read my notes, go to the notes and click the give feedback button, because that means a lot to me. It means a lot to Get Set Up. Your opinion of every class. Don't do it. Don't stop just because you've done it once or twice. Please do it every one of my classes. When you click give feedback, you're going to get this little 3x5 card image down below. The upper left is 1 to 5 stars for the session. It'll default to 4. It's a great boon to me if you'll click 5, and it's really easy. There's no extra charge for clicking 5 over accepting the 4. And you can put comments here. Feel free to put comments if you have something to say. And here, rate your guide. This is about me, where you can rate me 1 to 5 and put comments about me. If you want to talk about my classy haircut are my extremely beautiful wardrobe, how exotic my clothes look, feel free to. It would be bold-faced lies, but feel free to. I'm not a dress horse. I'm lucky my hair is actually combed. Down below, oh, I shouldn't have shared that with you. Of course, my hair is always perfectly combed. Down here is tell us how we could improve at Get Set Up. What could change at Get Set Up that would improve the experience for you? Is there something on the website, something in the scheduling, something about the emails, the wording? Share. It helps everything improve for all of us. And is there something else you want to learn? Now's your chance. Maybe you want to learn how to slow pitch baseball. Ask for the class. I don't, some of these things I come up with are so obtuse when I just make up classes, but maybe we could have a slow pitch baseball where somebody advises you how to do it on your own. That would be kind of cool. Okay. But propose any classes you want and then click done. When you're booking a class, you have an option to invite friends. This big blue button here. I don't think the red oval is there, but you just get the big blue button. It says invite a friend. It's pretty obvious. Use it. Use it often. Invite the same friend multiple times. These classes, like any class, are more fun when you have a friend in the class. I have several friends who attend these classes. I have several friends who come to my classes. And quite often after class or later that day or the next day, there's a phone call and we talk about class. I actually enjoy that. I enjoy the feedback. Um, this is what you'll do with your friends too. You'll see them, you'll talk to them, you'll share the class, invite them. Invite all your friends, invite your neighbors, invite people you know from if you're in an office or a church or a social organization, invite them. They will appreciate you for you turning them on to this great service. If you're on your phone, your mobile, it's going to look a little differently. They've got a different color. Don't know why, but they have a different color. Maybe it's maybe it's something pertinent to the phone software, but you can still invite a friend just by clicking the orange button on your phone. We're a community, people, and we're a growing community thanks to you. So as we grow, we want to have more offerings. So that's why it's important for you to suggest classes, but also interest groups. Now, interest groups are not led by guides. They're led by learners. If you're not one of the teachers on the site, you're someone who just attends classes, you're a learner, and learners lead interest groups. So if you have an interest in something, guess what? There's going to be dozens and dozens of other people that have interest in that too, that they want to share, or they have an interest in learning about it. I like to use the example of the one I attended that was vegetarian and vegan cooking. Man, I heard all kinds of great recipes. I got a couple of ideas, learned about a whole new protein source that I had never heard of before. It was a great session and people just didn't stop talking. So as a host, you just push the button and start it. You welcome everybody. Maybe you want to throw out a question just to get the chatter going and then just let it run. Now, if you're associated to any organizations that support seniors, could be an assisted care, senior living, government, or community organizations. My city has a senior center. I propose that they work together with Get Set Up. So maybe you have a senior center or a county organization or a state or just a network in your area of seniors. Send the contact information to help at getsetup.io. Just email them. And someone at help will, Get Set Up, will reach out to them and propose ways that we could partner with them. Now, there's a recording today. Feel free to request it. It's great to have a recording to practice between sessions. And like I said, Shibashi's best done every day. Even if you don't do the warm-ups, do the Shibashi. It's great if you'll do the warm-ups and the Shibashi, and it doesn't take that much more time. For more classes with me, go to getsetup.io/series, SERIES/TIE. This link will be in my notes. It's a page that Get Setup gave me that just has my classes on it. And you'll see what classes I teach. And you can just click a button on there to go register for the next one of any of those classes. Oh, that seems to be the end. Let's see. What have we got in chat? What a great session today. Where's my chat? Oh, there's my chat. Let's see. Okay. Madhu says her rheumatologist actually recommends Tai Chi for osteoporosis. Yes, I mean, Tai Chi is great for osteoporosis. It's great for arthritis. There's actually some specialty sequences just for both of those practices. It's great for diabetes. You know what? There's hardly anything it's not good for because gentle movement helps our body work better. So almost for whatever's ailing you, gentle movement's going to help us. But when you're suffering something like osteoporosis or arthritis, it's actually very specific that we need to move certain things and strengthen certain areas. Thank you for bringing that up, Madhu. Sherry, thank you. She loves to get her Sunday morning going with this class. Great. You're so kind with your words. Thank you, Roman. Oh, Roman wants to wish happy Father's Day to every father. Same thing with Pat Moore, except she made it a little bit more shorter. She said happy Dad's Day. Thank you, Madhu, for your kind words. Pat, you too. Verna, thank you. So many of you I feel like I'm getting to know. Laura, nice words. Excellent and truly relaxing. It is a nice fringe benefit of Shibashi is it is very relaxing. Thank you, Audrey, for your kind words. You too, Shirley. Pam, you're super. Well, Jan, welcome. This was Jan's first class. Welcome, Jan. Thank you for coming and trying something new, and I hope to see you back often. And if you haven't tried some of my other classes, please try them. Like I say, everything but sit and get fit is intended to be mindful and slow and therapeutic. Sit and get fit is just meant to be aerobic, which is therapeutic too. Okay. Alma, thank you. Oh, thanks for offering it on Father's Day. I hate to admit it, I didn't even know today was Father's Day till you guys told me. Liz, thank you. Thank you, Liz, for your private comment. I appreciate that, your words. And sometimes I feel like I get frantic, so I really like what you said. Okay, with that being said, we're out of time now. So get back to your Father's Day. Do something fun in addition to this. Maybe I'll see some of you at 6 o'clock, sit and get fit. But either way, take care of yourself. Remember, you can't take care of those loved ones. You can't take care of dad, and dad, you can't take care of the family unless you take care of yourself first. So be good and take care of yourself. See you soon.